What do the wealthiest people in the world do differently with their money? While most of us focus on spending and saving, the ultra-rich have mastered a set of habits that allow them to grow and protect their wealth, no matter the economy. Want to know how they do it? In today's video, we're revealing the top 5 money habits of the ultra-rich that have made them the financial powerhouses they are today. Stay tuned to find out how you can implement these habits into your own financial strategy and potentially transform your wealth. Let's get started. 1. Prioritize buying assets over liabilities. One of the key habits of the ultra-rich is prioritizing assets over liabilities. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly does that mean? Assets are things that appreciate in value or generate income, like real estate, stocks, or businesses. Liabilities, on the other hand, are things that lose value over time or require ongoing expenses, like luxury cars, gadgets, or high-maintenance homes. While most people get excited about buying the latest luxury items, the ultra-rich focus on acquiring assets that work for them. For example, instead of spending money on a car that loses value the moment it leaves the lot, they invest in properties that can be rented out or stocks that pay dividends. This focus on assets allows their wealth to grow exponentially. Real estate is a prime example. Homes or commercial properties don't just hold value, they appreciate over time. Additionally, owning rental properties can generate consistent income, making it an investment that pays you back. This is how the ultra-rich build a long-term financial foundation, while many of us spend on things that lose value once bought. By making smart investments in appreciating assets, they ensure their money works for them rather than the other way around. The ultra-rich know that their most valuable asset isn't their lifestyle, but their investment portfolio. They don't just make money, they make their money work harder for them. 2. Automate savings and investments. Another crucial habit of the ultra-rich is to automate their savings and investments. This one might sound simple, but it's extremely effective. Instead of saving what's left after spending, the wealthy automate a portion of their income for savings and investments from the get-go. They set up automatic transfers to savings accounts, investment funds, and retirement plans like 401(k)s or IRAs. By doing this, they ensure that 20 to 25% of their income goes straight into investments before they even have a chance to spend it. This automated wealth building is a huge factor in their financial success because it allows their wealth to grow passively through compound interest over time. The beauty of automation is that it removes the temptation to spend money unnecessarily. You're saving before you can even think about it, which means you're building wealth without even trying. Over time, those savings and investments start working on their own, earning interest or dividends that continue to grow your wealth. The ultra-rich understand the power of compounding, and they set up their systems to ensure their wealth compounds as efficiently as possible. For example, let's say you invest $1,000 a month. By automating this process and investing in low-fee index funds or real estate, you could be looking at a significant sum after several years. The more you automate, the less you have to think about it, and the wealthier you become. 3. Leverage good debt. Debt isn't inherently bad. It's how you use it that makes all the difference. One of the key money habits of the ultra-rich is their ability to leverage good debt. Good debt is used to acquire assets that generate income or appreciate in value over time. Examples include mortgages for rental properties, loans for business expansion, or even debt used to buy shares in a profitable company. For instance, when the ultra-rich buy property, they often take out a mortgage to help fund the purchase. The property then pays for itself through rental income or by appreciating in value. Instead of using debt for consumption, like buying a luxury car or vacation, they use it strategically to invest in assets that increase their wealth. The key is in the interest rates and the cash flow generated by the asset. If the property, for example, generates more income than the cost of the debt, the ultra-rich come out ahead. This allows them to use other people's money, the banks, to generate more wealth, without having to fully pay for the asset up front. It's a financial strategy that allows them to scale up their wealth while keeping their personal finances intact. By taking on smart strategic debt, they build an ever-growing asset base without depleting their personal savings. This is how many ultra-wealthy individuals amplify their wealth and accelerate their financial growth. 4. Aggressive tax planning and protection. For the ultra-rich, protecting wealth is just as important as growing it. Tax planning is often one of the most overlooked yet crucial aspects of their financial strategy. They don't simply pay taxes and leave it at that. They go a step further by strategically minimizing their tax liabilities to ensure more of their wealth is preserved. One of the key tools they use to do this is tax-advantaged accounts like 401(k)s, IRAs, and trusts. These accounts provide tax breaks that allow the ultra-wealthy to build wealth over time, while lowering their overall tax burden. The ultra-rich often have entire teams of tax experts and financial planners who specialize in helping them navigate the complex tax code. These professionals guide them to take advantage of legal tax loopholes, investments in municipal bonds, and other tax-saving strategies. For example, by investing in real estate, the ultra-wealthy can benefit from significant tax deductions, such as depreciation, which can be used to offset income and reduce taxable gains. A trust is another powerful tool in their tax strategy. Trusts allow the ultra-wealthy to pass down wealth generationally, while also providing protection from estate taxes. By using irrevocable trusts or dynasty trusts, they ensure that wealth is not taxed heavily upon transfer, and assets are protected for future generations. Through these tax-efficient strategies, the ultra-rich ensure that a larger portion of their earnings stays intact, allowing for continued investment and expansion. This level of tax protection helps their wealth not only grow but survive through generations, ensuring financial security for their families. 5. Consistent long-term investing. The final money habit of the ultra-rich is their focus on long-term investing. While many individuals may get caught up in short-term gains, chasing the latest trends or market movements, the ultra-wealthy focus on building wealth over decades, not just months or years. Their investment strategy is based on patience, and they are never swayed by temporary fluctuations in the market. Instead of reacting to short-term changes, they maintain a calm and composed perspective, knowing that true wealth building takes time. For the ultra-wealthy, market volatility is simply part of the journey. They ride out the storms of market downturns, knowing that over the long term markets tend to recover and grow. This long-term perspective allows them to benefit from compounding returns, which is one of the most powerful wealth-building tools available. Whether they are investing in stocks, real estate, or private businesses, they stay the course with their investments, even during times of economic uncertainty. This approach not only helps them maintain stability, but also positions them to capitalize on market recoveries. While many investors panic and sell off assets during a downturn, the ultra-rich understand that short-term volatility is normal and often creates buying opportunities. Their strategy involves looking at the big picture, where long-term growth and consistent investing ultimately yield more wealth than attempting to time the market or jump between trends. The ultra-wealthy also understand the importance of diversification. By spreading their investments across different asset classes, stocks, bonds, real estate, startups, etc., they reduce risk and increase the likelihood of their wealth growing steadily. Diversification ensures that if one sector faces a decline, their overall portfolio can still flourish thanks to investments in other areas. Looking at the most successful investors in history, people like Warren Buffett, for example, you'll notice that their fortune was built over decades of steady investing. Buffett, one of the wealthiest individuals in the world, famously holds onto his investments for the long haul, allowing his wealth to compound steadily year after year. This mindset is a key reason why long-term investing has been so effective for the ultra-rich. By focusing on long-term growth, the ultra-rich are able to build significant wealth and ensure that their assets grow even during turbulent times. So, there you have it, the top 5 money habits of the ultra-rich. These habits might seem simple, but they're incredibly powerful when practiced consistently. Whether it's buying assets over liabilities, automating your savings, or investing for the long term, these strategies have made the ultra-wealthy even wealthier. Now it's your turn to implement these habits into your own life and start building long-term wealth. If you found this video helpful, like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more financial tips and wealth-building strategies. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.